What is happening, film fans? This is Let's Be Real, Brad. Today on the channel, I'm going to be doing a very exciting and fun video today talking about the top 10 movies that I've shockingly haven't seen. I was tagged by Sarah from Popcorn Chat and her awesome, amazing video. I will link the link to her video down below, as I think you should subscribe and check out the rest of the videos on her channel. So let's get right into the list and talk about the first movie, which is The Sound of Music. I have shockingly never seen The Sound of Music, which is considered one of the most classic movies of all time. I feel like every person I talk to have seen this movie. It is such a dear classic to everybody and is one of the best musicals of all time, which is directed by Robert Weiss. It stars Julie Andrews, and that's all I know. I've heard that this is a movie that every cinephile or every person just needs to see once in their lifetime, and I actually did buy it for my collection, even though it's on Disney Plus, because now it gives me a better excuse to watch this movie. So if you guys have a good suggestion of when I should watch The Sound of Music, let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to hear it. Next movie up is 1959's Ben-Hur. This is a movie that is considered a classic among the cinephiles, that you have to see this movie. And judging by what I would think of what is Ben-Hur, it sounds like an excellent movie with great practical effects and just a grand epic nature. And as someone who has seen a movie like The Ten Commandments, I think I'd be heavily interested in the movie because I really like that movie, and I heard that Ben-Hur might be a little bit better, so I cannot wait to check out Ben-Hur, as there's a 4K that is supposed to be coming out next year, so I will be waiting to watch that. The next film on this list is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is Steven Spielberg's fourth feature film, and it was after the tail ends of the massive blockbuster of the 1975's Jaws. This movie came out 2 years later and was another smash hit at the box office, and even being nominated for Best Picture as well as Jaws. This movie is considered very influential and being considered one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. And I know people are going to shred me in the comments because this is considered one of his best movies, I would assume. Everyone talks about how amazing this movie is. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't even know who's in the movie, and that makes it even more exciting. So I will be checking this movie out by the time that West Side Story comes out on December 10th. Hopefully, which is directed by Steven Spielberg. The next movie up is technically cheating, but when I tell you, you're definitely going to understand, and that is the Before trilogy. These movies are considered masterpieces, and the only way you can buy them on Criterion is all together, because these movies are considered masterpieces, and you just got to watch all of them together. I don't even know which one's slightly better than the other, kind of like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I definitely have to see these movies, especially because I am a fan of romantic drama films, like the good ones. And with being written and directed by Richard Linklater, I'm sure to be super interested in this movie. I have no idea what these movies are about, and I don't really care to do so because I will be watching these movies at some point, and I'm super excited to do so. The next movie up is going to disappoint my mom and my stepdad, and that is Ghost. I've heard this movie is an absolute classic. It's not one of the most amazing movies ever. I mean, I've heard it's pretty good by the both of them. Right, Mom? Right, David? But this movie is considered a classic that everyone needs to see. It stars Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. It seems like it involves a ghost or something. I would assume, but like, you don't know. But you know what? I will watch it at some point. Next movie up is Mulholland Drive by David Lynch. I know zero about this movie, but after watching Eraserhead for the very first time a couple weeks ago, I don't want to know anything about this movie, because going into that movie, I was pleasantly shocked of what I was watching because it was so crazy. But I heard that Mulholland Drive is even better. I don't know who stars in it. I don't know what time setting it's set in, so I'm gonna watch it at some point. The next movie up is Top Gun. This is a movie that I know I will be watching, as I bought the brand new 4K, which I've heard is excellent, by the way, and I'm going to be watching that a week before the new Top Gun movie comes out. And I will probably do a review, considering I have never seen this movie before. I only know about that infamous beach scene, but I've never seen it. And with having someone like Tom Cruise, which is considered one of my favorite actors of all time, this is a movie that I'm probably gonna like. I mean, hopefully that I like Top Gun. I don't know what the story is. I saw the trailer for Top Gun Maverick and I had no idea what the hell was going on. I don't know if that's what everyone else is thinking too, but yeah, I can't believe I haven't seen Top Gun yet. The next movie up is going to disappoint pretty much everybody here, and that is The Sandlot. I know, I should have watched this movie as a kid. I know I should have watched it when I was a teenager. This is a movie that I just never cared to see. I'm someone who really enjoys baseball, but for some reason, I just never watched this movie. But now this movie's on Disney Plus, I have no excuse to not watch this movie. I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like I have to watch The Sandlot in the summer because it's a true summer movie. I feel like if I watch in like October, I don't know if I would enjoy the movie as much. I don't know. You guys can type down below in the comment section. I know it's just kids playing baseball or something, but I know in America it's like a true classic and everyone has seen it, so yeah, I'll watch it. The next movie up is Unforgiven, directed by Clint Eastwood. This is a movie I will definitely be checking out as Clint Eastwood's newest film, Cry Macho, comes out on September 17th, or maybe it changed the date. Who knows with this release schedule, but Unforgiven is considered one of Clint Eastwood's best movies, and as someone who doesn't really know much about Clint Eastwood because the man's like 91 years old and made all of his movies in like the 60s, 70s, and he's still working today, I have a lot of catching up to do with Clint Eastwood. I think I should start with Unforgiven, as Clint Eastwood was a massive Western star and the person that you think of when you think of Western films. I cannot wait to watch this movie as it did win Best Picture. So this seems like the movie that I'm going to love. And the last movie that I shockingly haven't seen is Brokeback Mountain. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Heath Ledger, Anne Hathaway, and Michelle Williams. This movie is considered a masterpiece and it paved way for new queer cinema and it just brought more representation to the big screen. I don't know anything about this movie. I've just heard that people call this the gay cowboy movie and just other derogatory terms like that. I bet this is going to be an amazing movie with the great acting and the great writing this movie has, being nominated for tons of Academy Awards. And it is directed by Ang Lee, who is a great director. So I cannot wait to watch this movie at some point. Maybe this year, maybe next year. Okay, guys, so those were the top 10 movies I shockingly haven't seen. Well, let me know down below what is the most shocking movie that I haven't seen, and what are your movies that you feel like you should have seen at this point. I can't wait to hear about it. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a new video.